Hey, happy Manic Monday. I find it quite amusing that these days, if you disagree with anything on the left-wing side of politics, right? Doesn't matter what it is, right? If you disagree with anything that's woke, you're cancelled. People just don't want to discuss it with you. And funnily enough, they then say that you're far right. And then they say that these political parties that, support Israel or whatever, particularly in Europe, that they're far right. It's because they don't agree with some of your also extremist views, because being on the far left is pretty extreme, as we've seen lately, right? The far right, yeah, they're two extremes, and that's why it's called the horseshoe theory, because you have the far left and the far right, and always, all the time, and this happened during World War II, when the far right and the far left meet up, horseshoe theory becomes horseshoe reality, which means that anti-Semitism is at a dangerous level, which is what's happened, right? So all the people that are going to these pro-Palestine rallies are actually far left extremists. And I find it quite laughable that even though I'm advocating for Israel because I could see the bigger picture globally, people say that I'm all of a sudden this far right person. Maybe I'm actually a moderate. Have you considered that? Have you considered that I might be more centrist? Honestly, back, when, 20 years ago, when I was at uni, you could have a discussion about whether you were Labor or Liberal or Republican or Democrat or whatever without having a fight or being cancelled. You still had friends, right? These days, if you say anything that is a little bit anti-woke or anti-whatever, oh no, you can't say that. Don't want to be labelled a racist. Don't want to be labelled a bigot. But you know what? At the end of the day, isn't it more important that we have our civil liberties and our democratic values, right, than being labelled as one of those things? Just saying.